Yes. And so if I were to go on one of those visits, say for the first time, what do you think would be the most striking thing that would be impress me?
You mean for the volunteers coming or for the visitors?
If I were just to take one of those visits and be alongside you there, what do you think would stick in my mind most going there for the first time?
Yes, let me pick up from what Yusuf was saying, come and see. I think the whole program I'm serving goes back to a call from the churches in 2001, asking for us in the churches worldwide to come over and see for ourselves. So what is impressing is, basically, I would say it's the shock of what you have been taught before and what you realize is the reality on the ground. And what that means in terms of how you are being served with the media and how you are influenced by all kinds of discourses and how you learn by this live meeting of the reality. This is for most ecumenical accompaniers a transforming moment in their lives and changes their perspective on a lot of things.
Okay, so we're also going to try and involve our ecumenical officers. So you were saying about the mismatch between the picture in the media and what people would see for real. Could you just give us one example of that mismatch in terms of what would surprise us having had this picture in the media?
One of those mismatches is, I think, the image projected that the Palestinians are radical and dangerous. And once you get to know and live in their communities, as you are asked, you start to realize how much politically inspired this picture is and how memorable the resilience of the Palestinian people, that in view of the political situation, there's still this willingness to go for peace and to be peaceful. And I think Zugbi is a wonderful example of one of those people who can take so much and be humiliated so often and still be open for a solution, for peace, for all involved. And this is deeply, deeply impressive.
And so when you take people across, do you see that penny dropping?
Yes, they see it, and the wonderful thing I saw is they don't go home being completely anti-Israel. They understand the depth and the complexity of the program. They see the tragedy of what is happening there. And this is why this program is so brilliant. It doesn't provide a political solution. That's not for us churches to do. It provides support, it provides assistance, it's being with the people, it is the pilgrimage, visiting the wounds. It is also doing advocacy back home.
And you have a lot of people from many different churches here today. If there was one thing we could do to help, what could that be?
I'm always saying that we shouldn't discuss, but we should really do what they are asking us. Come and see. And for those who are undecided on this issue, and it's a difficult issue. It involves pain, it involves commitment, which is not so easy to give. And I would simply exhort people, say, come and see, go to the places, listen to the people.
So having listened to that, has anybody thought of a question there? Jane?
A little more specific about the Ecumenical Accompaniment program. We have had some people that we supported participate in.
That sounds a good question, yeah.
Yes, very good. Okay, start from scratch. We have 25 to 30 people on the ground in 7 placements on the West Bank, including occupied Eastern Jerusalem and Bethlehem. And they serve 3 months. They stay within the term allotted by the tourist visa in Israel. They are trained and prepared on the ground. They monitor human rights violations, do a lot of administrative work which is fed into UN systems. They do protective presence, especially of school children in difficult situations, bring them through checkpoints or alongside aggressive Jewish settlers and bring them to school. And they do preparation for their advocacy when they are back home. And this is very diverse because each context is diverse. If you are in Latin America, we have Latin American presence there. They have a different approach. The South Africans have quite a different approach, but in Europe you have different limitations in what kind of advocacy you can do, and all of this is part of the program.
Thank you. I think we're probably towards the end of our allotted time for this section. So could you give our real panel and virtual panel, could you give them a round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you.